Everybody out here wanting balance like it's some kind of healing crystal. Balance your chakras, balance your calendar, balance your damn nervous system. But here's the problem: balance ain't a system, it's a coping strategy for people with no spiritual hierarchy. You're not burned out because you're doing too much. You're burned out because you out here sipping on everything. No protocol, no filter, no direction. So let me say this early. Balance is the lie they sold you when they couldn't sell you discipline. Warning: this episode may permanently damage your relationship with multitasking, false peace, and influencer wellness advice. Side effects may include deep spiritual hydration, sudden deletion of self-help apps, and a violent intolerance for spiritual fragmentation. Let's get all the way raw and real, and let's cut the static. I hear you. You are tired. Not because you haven't done enough, but because your system has been running 10 missions at once, and none of them are yours. You're praying one way, parenting another, building content in a third voice, and still try to balance your peace like it's a math equation. That's why I built 2 protocols. The first one is opt in, one priority at a time. Opt in is the override key to your personal chaos. Every morning you ask, what is today's assignment? And who am I when I walk in it? No more juggling, no more 12-point to-do lists. You opt in to the one mission your soul's actually equipped to carry. And when you become a big boy or a big girl and you choose it, you lock it in with SIP. I call that spiritual interoperability protocols. SIP is what keeps your spirit unified while the world tries to rip you in pieces. It means your direction stays the same regardless of the room you're in. You're not one person when you parent, another when you post, a third when you pray. You are one cup. SIP is how you family, your fitness, your finances, and your faith all sip from the same source. And now that I blew your mind and you ready to sip, let's talk about how they work together. Opt-in is the mission. SIP is the spirit. Opt-in is the assignment. SIP is the integrity. You wake up and choose, today, I am operating as a father or a mother first. That is your opt-in. But then your calls, your meals, your tone, your movement, it all must sip from that same priority. That is SIP. Because fragmentation isn't failure, it is disobedience. And too many people are executing goals their soul did not authorize. Let's get into some of the science and the math on this. Your subconscious can't execute 5 identities. It's loyal to hierarchy, not hype. Multitasking is trauma. It's the body's way of coping with undefined protocol. And every time you say yes to another mission without sealing the last one, you dilute the SIP. SIP is what keeps your system sane. Opt-in is what keeps it clean. Together, they are the sole firewall for your dominion. And since I know you're looking for that dominant dominion, let's get into our phone tab. You got the call. Now move like it's recorded.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
We start with an audit. Identify with the emotion or have a memory recall. You wake up overwhelmed before your feet hit the floor, already thinking about the email, the dishes, the kids' project, the missed workout, the DM you didn't answer. The emotion, that is guilt mixed with chaos. The memory, that time you promised yourself, this week I'll stay focused. And by Tuesday, you were drowning again. Yeah, you've been here before. Then you want to hit it with the remix. Identify the thought. If I don't do it all, I'll fall behind. If I don't answer now, they'll think I'm slipping. If I slow down, I lose momentum. That's not strategy. That's fragmentation disguised as hustle. That is the thoughts keeping your cup cracked. Then you want to re-record. Identify with the action. You pause. You write one priority on a sticky note. Today I lead with peace. You cancel the third meeting. You hit a 25-minute workout instead of trying to fit a 90-minute fantasy. You parent on purpose. You post with clarity. You don't sip from panic. You sip from protocol. And by 8 p.m., you're not drained. You are sealed. Now, let me be clear. You don't need another app. You don't need another planner. You don't need another guru or some YouTube podcast. You need a sealed cup. You need a singular mission. You need system-backed sovereignty. When you opt into what's real and sip with remembrance, you don't perform presence. You become it. You own it or get owned by it. You either run the system or the system runs you. Change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. What you sipping? Do you and stay rich.